Hey guys, we are still on Good Attitude, but we are on our final week of Good Attitude. So we are on week 4 or lesson 4 of our Good Attitude, and we're talking about being loyal to those not present. So being loyal to those not present. So basically, what that means is I don't want to be talking about people in a negative way behind their backs. So, for example, if me, Mr. Burton, and Mr. Jarvis were all hanging out and we were acting like we were such good friends and everything, and then Mr. Burton walks away, and I suddenly start talking about Mr. Burton behind his back to Mr. Jarvis. Oh man, did you see him do this? Or oh man, that's so weird. Or oh, why does he do that? If Mr. Burton were to ever find out that we were talking about him behind his back, he wouldn't really be happy and he wouldn't want to be my friend anymore. And I obviously don't want my friends to be saying mean or rude or crude things about me behind my back, so why would I say it about anybody else behind their back? So, in other words, if I have an issue with someone or I want to work something out with someone, I should go to that person directly and calmly try to talk it out with them. Oh, hey, man, this happened. I think that if we did it this or I saw it this way, it's always better to talk something out with that person directly than it is to try to go behind their back, because it just makes everybody else's lives harder. Now, the only exception to this is if you're saying something super awesome about that person. So Mr. Burton, Mr. Jarvis, and I are all talking. Mr. Burton walks away, and I lean over to Mr. Jarvis, and I go, oh, man, did you see that thing he did earlier? That was so cool. We got to make sure we get him something for doing that thing. So if I'm talking about him in a positive way, like I'm trying to give him a surprise, that's okay. But again, I don't want to be saying anything rude or crude or mean to anyone behind their backs. If I have a problem, I want to make sure I talk to them directly. And that was week 4, our final week of Good Attitudes.